I wouldn't call today's problem a hard problem, but I would say it's an uncommon problem, especially in the United States. Now, what we're going to do here, we're not allowed to use the quadratic formula. And so what we're going to do is take the coefficient of x, and the complete the square process says all you have to do is take that, divide it by 2, and again I'm showing you the steps here. The 2's are going to cancel obviously, and square it. And notice that's exactly what we got right here. So that is the standard. If you have an integer coefficient or any type of numerical coefficient, you take half of it and square it because of certain algebraic identities. Okay, so again, this object here would be minus the square root of 17 squared, which is certainly 17. You add it and subtract it to both sides of the equation to keep the equation balanced. And so if we carry on, we recognize, by the way, that this is in the very famous form a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. This is plus b squared right here. Okay? And of course, that's the same thing as a minus b quantity squared. And again, y'all, this isn't difficult, but I think that a lot of people, in particular U.S. students, hate to pick on them too much, they would have a hard time with an irrational linear coefficient. All right, that would mess them up. They're kind of a calculator-dependent culture, you know. Now, so we're in good shape here. We can take the plus and minus square roots of both sides, and we certainly get x minus root 17 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 11. And this is very, very standard. You just, to isolate x, you add root 17 to both sides. So you would end up with x is equal to the square root of 17 plus or minus square root 11. That's the lazy man's way of writing down two answers. These are sometimes called conjugate surds, I think. Anyway, two irrational solutions obtained by this standard technique that you always use when the expression doesn't factor. You just take half of the leading coefficient of x. So anyway, y'all, again, not a difficult problem, but perhaps there are types who would struggle with it, the types who memorize procedures rather than understand what's going on in particular. So let me get this circled. Your day.